Hello, hello, everybody. It's time for Cuppa. It's afternoon Cuppa with Teri and Ellie Mae. Say hello, Ellie Mae. Can you say hello? Look, there you are. There you are, Ellie Mae. Say hello to everybody. Say hi. Hi. Oh, hello, hello. Welcome to the afternoon Cuppa with Teri and Ellie Mae today. I got a sidekick. And isn't she a sweetie? This is Ellie Mae, and she loves attention. She loves for people to say hello to her. So come on in and say hello. And Ellie Mae, what you think? Can we do some breathing? Can we do some heart brain? Let's do that. You know, dogs love heart brain too. They love to be in that peaceful state. And that's how we start out every time on Cuppa. Hi, Kathy Hand. All right, so hand on your heart, Ellie Mae. We're going to put a hand on Ellie Mae's heart, and her little head's on my heart. And then breathe in. Take a breath deep into your lungs. See how she's already settled? Breathe in, love, and breathe out, love. Breathe in peace, and breathe out peace. Just feel the energy when you do that. When you do it with an animal, it does make a difference. They feel it and they settle. And that's what she's doing right now. You can just see how everything just comes to a peaceful place. And then we add in affirmations that we've been doing for a while. Deirdre's keeping track of how many days we do those affirmations. But we say, I am worthy. I am enough, right? I am happy. I am healthy. I am a spark of the divine. Everything is working perfectly. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. Why is it so easy? Ellie Mae, why is it so easy? And I am a miracle magnet. So all of those affirmations, we're training ourselves to be that, to be miraculous, to welcome in the miracles, to hold an energy of confidence and love and peace and joy. Don't we like joy, Ellie Mae? Where are you going? Let's see how we can get you situated so you're not squirming and you're on the camera. There you go. Good afternoon, Jennifer and Pat Moss. Thank you for sharing it, Kathy. How's everybody doing? It's Sunday. I love Sundays. Sundays have a special energy. They're just a relaxed day, a day to really be peaceful and still. And the stillness is so important. I know. Where is everybody? Hi, Don Baker. Oh, today's Thanksgiving in Canada. Oh, thank you, Don. Thank you for that love. And thank you to everyone coming in. Ellie Mae and I are having a beautiful, relaxing day. We were just with my sister Billy. And Gia is here. Oh, hi, Gia. Oh, I hope you all are having a good day, Don, and celebrating that holiday together. Oh, sweet Gia. I'm so happy that you're here with us on the afternoon Cuppa. So Sunday afternoons, we give messages, don't we, Ellie Mae? Yes, we do. And so let me get my pen so I can write down who's getting a message. And we had Kathy in first, and then Jennifer, Dawn. I don't know where everybody is, but we'll start there. Oh, you're off tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday, right? Columbus Day. Yeah, so good. I'm so glad you're off, Kathy. All right, y'all can't see Ellie Mae real well. Let's see if we can get her in the screen. She is a little beauty. There's not much to her. This is all there is to Ellie Mae. She's a tiny little one, aren't you? But boy, with a big personality, and she thinks that she's a lot bigger than what she is. She'll take on the big dogs. All right, so Kathy, let's see if we can get you an angel message. What do you think, Ellie? Are the angels in here? Are the angels here? You usually can see them. You know, animals can see spirit so much easier than us humans. Well, hello, Clover. I'm glad you're here with us too. Hi, Andrea Gregg. Let me put her down, Andrea. All right, so Kathy, let's see what's going on with you. I see a lollipop. I don't know what that's all about, but they're showing me this lollipop, but it's not like your normal little round lollipop. It's like the big pinwheel kind. You know what I'm saying? It's got lots of color to it and the striped pinwheel look. So why are you getting a lollipop? So Kathy, the message for you and why we're showing this particular item is that many times you look for the sweet, you look for what it is that's going to be pleasing and that you can enjoy, right? A lollipop is something that you just want, you don't want it to end. You want more of that sweetness. You want life to be tasteful and things that are happening to be things that are pleasant that you want to have in your life. But many times there's a shift, there's a change, and then all of a sudden you don't have that gooey goodness and the sweetness, and you're left with just the bare stick, right? So we don't see the importance of that stick, that it's holding that sweetness, it's holding whatever it is that you wanted to be surrounded by. So many times we discard the part that holds things together because we think, oh, I want more of what that was that I was enjoying. So whenever there's a shift and a change, look at what is still there, what is still present that didn't go away when the good stuff, right? When the flavor went away, what's still behind? What are you still left with that's holding things together? So I think this is a really good message for you, for all of us. But the importance is, what's the glue that holds things together? And look for that when things seem to start going a little haywire or going out of sync, or maybe you're not seeing exactly what it is that you want to see or want to have. What do I have? So don't discard something just because it doesn't seem to have a purpose anymore. Like, the purpose of that stick is to hold the lollipop so that you can enjoy it. So what are the sticks in your life? And that's what they're asking you to look at right now. And I love that message, actually, because it makes you think, and it makes you look at situations and people and things that are happening, and what that can be. Yes, Darlene, this is Ellie Mae. This is my sister Billy's dog. Well, it started out as her dog, and then she has her son's husky. She has Brian's husky, Lycan, and Ellie Mae doesn't like sharing. So When Lycan's there, she's not real happy. So she stays mostly next door at Billy's daughter's house. But yeah, this is Ellie Mae, one of my favorite little animals in the whole world. She's just so cute and so adorable and so tiny that she thinks she's big. So don't tell her she's little, because she doesn't get that. All right, so Kathy says, I think the angels are laughing because I was just at the grocery store, and with all the goodies I bought, like candy, cookies, and gelato, I looked as if I was having a junk food fest. That does happen. So, yeah, so they're talking about the sweetness and the things you enjoy in life, and not to discard something just because it doesn't have the sweetness to it. What are the things that you can look at that are the support for the things that you enjoy? All right, so that was Kathy's message, and we go to Jennifer next. And Joanne came in. Good afternoon, Joanne. And Darlene is here. And I think that was it for our newbies that joined in. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Yeah, I cleaned out my car. I brought everything inside so I can get packed for my international travel. And one of the things that I uncovered in my car was my hair straightener that I love. So I played with my hair to just give it a different look. Let's see what's going on there. All right, so Jennifer, let's see what Spirit wants to show Jennifer. Yeah, you're just not able to get comfortable, are you, sweet one? It's okay. Ellie Mae, here. She's got my arm. She's holding it with her two front paws. It's okay, baby. It's all right. Can you get comfy? Hi, Linda. And Kathy said, the message is very good, though. I'm trying to see the sweet things in life, even though I see a lot of troubles. Well, look at those troubles as the stick, right? The stick that holds all of the other stuff for you to enjoy. So it doesn't have to be a negative thing when you have things that aren't exactly what you want. It can be, it has a purpose to it. That's what they're trying to say. All right, so Jennifer. Let's see, Jen, what do they want you to know? They're doing food again today. Sometimes I'm not liking it when they do food because it makes me hungry. But they're showing a pie, like a fresh baked pie. And this is an interesting looking pie. You know the pies that you see that the crust is kind of crisscrossed on the top? They're usually like a fruit pie. So that's what they're showing, is some kind of pie. So why are you getting a pie, Jennifer? So Jennifer, we want you to look not so much at the item itself, this deliciousness. We want you to look at the work that goes into putting that together. It's not something you can just put in the oven and it's done. You have to actually measure out ingredients. You have to have all of the right things that will make it what it is. So in life, there's also the need to have all the ingredients. And sometimes, as you look at your own life and you look at situations and people, uh, you look at, okay, what don't I have? So you look at the lack, you look at what's missing instead of what is there. What can you make a pie out of that you already have? So they're encouraging you to look at how to best utilize what's already in place. What's maybe you don't have to run out to the grocery store and buy some of. So you don't have to create from a lack. You already have everything that's needed that you can make a deliciousness out of. And kind of like Kathy's message, there's nothing that is wrong. There's nothing that uh, doesn't have a purpose. So everything in life, from relationships to family, friends, everything has a purpose and everything goes into that pie. It all makes up the beauty and the deliciousness that you're creating. All right, what's up, little one? Do you want over here? Do you want to lay over here instead of in my lap? Say bye, everybody. I'm going to go take a nap. Lay right there and take a nap. Or not. She'll find her spot. Come here. Lay down right there. She likes blankets, so she's probably going to find my pink blanket to spread out on. Come here, Ellie. Over here by me. Come by me. It's okay. You can lay right there. You can lay right there. Oh, she's just going to explore for a minute. All right, who did we have come in? I thought I saw somebody. Are you going to Kathy's house for the goodies? All right, Linda, I didn't write your name down. And then we had Donna. Good afternoon. Okay, so Jennifer, I hope that yours made sense. And I don't know why they keep going to sweets today, but that's what they're doing. It was 222. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers today. Bob heads to Boston tomorrow on business till Friday, praying for safe travels. Absolutely. Oh, isn't there a hurricane out there somewhere in the Atlantic as well, I thought? Seems like there's always some storm or something going on these days. All right, so we're up to Dawn and little Gia, and Dawn's sister, I believe it was, Clover, that came in to be with us today. And welcome to the family. So let's see if we can get a message here for Don and his family. Oh, Don, what do they want you to know? Don, they're showing circles. It's almost like bubbles with these beautiful circles of energy. So what is there about circles, bubbles, something round, perfectly round? What is the message for Don and for his daughter and his sister? Don, we showed you this because a circle doesn't have a beginning and it doesn't have an end. It just is. It's complete. It's whole. There's nothing that can take away from the completeness of it when you have a circle. It doesn't open. There's not a closed door or an open door. It's all intact. It's all in place when you look at a circle, whether that's an object or a situation in life. And that's what we want you to focus on, is where in your life is there this energy of just being perfect, just as it is, and just allowing that everything is in place. Everything is working the way it needs to work in the divine plan. If you try to break through part of that circle, it's no longer a circle. It changes and morphs into something different. What's needed is just to stay in the energy of it not to try to change it, not to try to shift it and mold it into something that it's not. So as you go through experiences, as you interact with family, friends, clients, professionals, whoever it is that you're dealing with in any particular moment, then how does that feel in the perfection of it? And don't look at what needs to be changed or what you feel like needs to be fixed or shifted, but allow the perfection, allow the energy of, I'm not seeing a half of a circle. You can't see a half of a circle because it's something different. But see the whole, the entirety of what you're looking at, whether that's a situation, a relationship, whatever it might be. See it in its entirety, and then you won't be picking pieces of it that are no longer intact. It's not the circle that's intact anymore. So we're hoping this makes sense, because there's a lot of circles, there's a lot of intersecting circles. So there's your circle, there's your daughter's circle, there's your sister's circle, but yet they're all part of a bigger circle. So don't try to tear it apart or pick it apart to look at the individual pieces. Feel into the oneness of it all and how perfect it is, just as it is, and allow that perfection to come through. Okay, so circles. And, I'm a doodler, so I like to just stretch things out or sketch things out as I'm holding a pen and paper. And many times I use circles. I make a circle, sometimes I intersect those circles. So look at how in your life the circles are intersecting, or how the circle encompasses many things and not just you. All right, I'm going to have to let little Ellie Mae out from the room because she's sniffing at the door. So let me do that. Annie's here. Hi, sweet Annie. Yeah, let me let Ellie Mae out so she can go if she needs to go potty or whatever. So let's take a short break while I open the door for her. And when I get back over here, it will be Andrea. You are up next. All right, Ellie, I'm coming. Let me let you out. Let me let you out, and you can go to Mama. Go see what Mama's doing. There you go. Okay, well, she lasted a little bit longer than I thought she would. Yeah, she likes her mommy. All right, so we're up to Andrea Gregg. And let me just ask what they have for you today, Andrea. Andrea, they're showing a lighthouse. At least they went away from food for a minute, right? All right, the lighthouse, Andrea. I don't know if you have a lighthouse near you. I know you're in North Carolina. So why this particular item, and what does it mean for Andrea? Andrea, lighthouses are very versatile. You have different shapes. You have some that are tall, some that are short, but they all have the same purpose. Their purpose is to alert and to guide. That is the purpose of a lighthouse, to bring someone who can't find their way on their own, to bring them into a place that is where they need to be, and to find some kind of stability as they're drifting out in the water. So, how does that fit in to you, to your life, and where are you the lighthouse? But more importantly, which lighthouse are you focused on? That's what we want to share with you. Is sometimes when you feel adrift, sometimes when you just don't know which way to turn, which way to look. Am I supposed to go this direction, or am I totally turned around and can't find my way back to what is a safe harbor, or where I'm going to be the most beneficial? Sometimes there's that thought of being alone, of not hearing the guidance from the angels, from your higher self. And so many times you rely on others to be the lighthouse instead of being still. And we want to encourage the stillness, encourage you to just pause and say, where is my direction? Where is my guidance system that's bringing me to that safe place, that's bringing me exactly where I need to be, to feel what I need to feel, to hear what I need to hear, and to see what I need to see. So, and then there's times when you try to do it on your own. And there's nothing wrong with being courageous and going out into the deeper water without the guidance system. When it becomes necessary is when you feel that you're not in control, when you feel like, oh, I need a word here, I need somebody to encourage me, I need to know that I'm on the right path, I need to know that I'm doing the right thing and going the right way. So the lighthouse is very important, to utilize that energy, to know that there is a way to tap into a message, to hear what needs to be heard, and for you to know that you're not alone. And that's your big message. You're not alone. There's always guidance. There's always a hand outstretched, and we are always there, showing you and putting into place the lighthouse for you to turn to, and so you can see the brilliance that you will go toward. So yes, step out on your own. Definitely be brave, be courageous, forge a path where maybe there isn't one, but then look around, pause, and see the light that's guiding you in the right direction. So we hope this is making sense for you, and that you are resonating with this message of it's not so much needing the light, it's being aware of it. So opening your awareness to the guidance that is always there. And we are always there for you and always will be. We love you so much. And thank you for being here today. All right, Kathy says the beaches along the coast from the Outer Banks to Virginia and Ocean City and Delaware being hit pretty hard with winds, high surf, and flooding. So they need lighthouses right now, right? If there's anyone out there that needs to get to safety, then the lighthouses are important. So it's not a message just for us when we're struggling with our emotions or our spirituality, but also for physical safety for those who need it. And Andrea says, perfect message, right on target. Thank you so much. I needed to hear this message. Thank you, sweet Andrea. So glad you were here. All right, Joanne I hope you're still able to hang out with us. I know you're at work today, but let's see if they have a message for you and what that might be. Thank you, everyone who came in. I'm going to make it through the ones who I have written down, and then we'll do a prayer time and then get on with this beautiful day. I am still here with my sister Billy. I'll be here throughout this week to help her get to doctor's appointments and things that are needed here before I head out and get prepared for my international travel. So, Joanne, what do the angels want to show you? Joanne, they're showing me this old chest. It looks kind of like what we think of as a pirate's chest, or sometimes you might find these in an attic or that are used for storage or packed away in a room with stuff in them. Usually it's like blankets or things that you don't get to all the time. So why are they showing you this chest? We're showing you this item, Joanne, because it can hold many treasures. It can hold things that have deep meaning to you and that you can go through and remember, focus on the memories of the items as you pull them out. It also can be used to store things away. And so we want to talk to you about storing things, that sometimes there's a need to declutter, and not necessarily just a physical declutter. Many times it's things that we hold on to, things that you don't need to get to every day, but you don't want to discard them either. So the things that come up, and it might have to make its way and wade through other thoughts, other beliefs, other concepts to really fully be there and be present for you to encounter. So where in your whole energy field, where are you holding things that are cluttering? And this is what we would have you look at. Where are there things that maybe you don't want to just throw out because they're important to you? Where can you store them and put them in a safe place so that you can focus on the present moment? And that's what the item is for, is to hold things that maybe you need it every once in a while. Like physically, you might need a quilt out of that chest. You might need a cookbook or some item that you don't go to every day. So where in your own self can you put something in this virtual chest and say, oh, I can get back to you at any time I want to. I can walk over and open that chest. But for now, I need to focus on the moment. I need to focus on what's important. And sometimes that gets muddied because there's all these other ideas and concepts and to-dos and things that are getting in the way of what's important to really have in the moment. So we're inviting you to stay present, to not drift backward and look at all the things that might clutter and hide what you need to deal with. Or there may be a list, this energy of things I have to do, that I have to take care of. So it's just becoming more present, allowing yourself to not get caught up in the whys and and what's and all of the questioning, but to just sit in the energy of what am I looking at right now in this moment that I need to focus my energy on. So it's bringing in all the fragments, bringing in all those pieces and the fragments of you, and looking at, okay, which one of those am I going to have front and center? Which piece of me am I going to really focus on paying attention to right now? So they're helping you to declutter in a really good way so that you can be so present with everything that's going on in the moment for you. And I love this message for you, and I hope you resonate with that. All right, so that was Joanne's message, and I think it was a good message for all of us to pay attention to as well. All right, let me just get a little sip of my tea here, and Brookie's here. Yay, Brookie. And let's see what your comments are. Andrea, perfect message. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, it's really important for me to be here right now at this time. The magnets should have reached everyone. Yes, please let Annie know if you don't have your magnets. And Annie, I know we spoke this morning, but tomorrow's a holiday, so there's not going to be any mail tomorrow to deliver those. But if you all don't have your magnets yet and you know that they have been mailed out, then please let Annie know that. Well, just let her know either way, so we all can be on that same page of, are they coming? Are they lost in the mail? What's going on? And I know that there's a lot happening right now with government businesses like the post office. So that could be an issue with these getting to people. But hopefully they will get to you. It just might take a little longer than it normally would have. All right, Darlene. Sweet Darlene, you are up next for a message. Okay, what does Darlene need to know? Darlene, they're showing me a pair of eyes. I don't see the rest of the face. I just see eyes. Indeed, we do want to talk about how limited things are when you simply look with your physical eyes. They can only take in the scope of what's present, what's right in front of you or beside you as you look out with your eyes. We want to talk to you more about your spiritual eyes. And as you open up to your third eye energies, the clairs, the intuition, the knowingness, the ability to hear and feel and smell and taste with your spirit eyes, you are being upgraded and uplifted to be able to see, hear, and feel more. And as you start to experience these elevated abilities, it can be a little intimidating. It can be you saying, am I really, really getting this, or am I imagining this? So just like with your physical eyes, you can close your eyes and everything goes away, right? When you close your eyes, you don't have that visual component anymore of what's around you, what's in front of you, what's in the room with you, or out in nature, as you're out and about. We want you to keep the third eye open. Don't close it down when all of a sudden there's a thought that, am I imagining this? Is this something that's not real that I'm just making up? You're not making it up. So as you experience more with your elevated gifts, don't question, is this real? Let the question be, what am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to take from the information that I'm experiencing when I open up to my clairs? When I open up and know something, and I don't know where I heard it or how it came to me. I don't know the source that I'm getting it from. Ask, what am I supposed to do with this? Is it coming from my higher self? Is it coming from the divine? Is this something that I need to pay attention to? So start asking the questions that will clarify for you if that is a download, if it is something that is supposed to help you in your growth, in your spiritual growth, in the experience that you came here to experience. So allow your clairs to open more and more without doubting, without saying, I'm not sure. Just ask. Ask for clarification. Ask for confirmation. I used to do that a lot. I used to ask when I would hear something, can you show me that this is what I'm hearing? Can you show me a sign? Can you show me some evidence that I'm being guided by more than just a thought? And am I creating this? Am I creating that thought and that the way that I see things? So they're upgrading you. And I think that's a beautiful thing to work with those energies. And I hope that resonates with you, Darlene. Oh, Darlene says, yes, I resonate. I've been having some spiritual experiences. I did ask myself, is it real? Like today, my TV came on twice for no reason. You're being visited, is what I hear. You know, sometimes our loved ones learn how to manipulate the physical things in our life so that they can communicate more fully. I feel like this is a loved one that's getting your attention. Sometimes they do it with lights. They'll make a light come on or go off or blink. Sometimes they just leave us little reminders of them, like a coin or a feather, or you'll find an item that belonged to a loved one, or a picture, or something, a word. But yeah, it feels, as I'm feeling more into it, it feels like you're being communicated with by a loved one. And I'm just asking the angels if this is your dad, because it feels very, very new. It feels like this is a beginning, is what I'm hearing. It's a beginning. Your eyes are being opened to it. So there's a reason why there was a pair of eyes. Your dad just died 2 months ago and you thought it might be him. Yeah, I think this is definitely, that's what's happening. So allow it. Just allow. Let your eyes be open so you can see what it is that he's bringing to you. Okay, beautiful. Let's move on so we can get to the end of the list and do our prayer time. If you have prayers, please go ahead and start putting those in the comments. Linda Lemieux, you are up next. And so, Linda, the Spirit wants to show you today. An ear of corn. They're going back to food. An ear of corn, but it's still in its natural state. It's still intact, wrapped up in the greenery that holds it as it grows. All right, so why are you getting this particular item? Angels, what does Linda need to know right now? Linda, we're showing you this particular item, which could be similar to a cocoon, as it's wrapped up in an energy that allows it to grow, allows it to be all it can be. And this is what's happening with you in your life. You're being cocooned right now. You're being wrapped up in what will help you to be your full potential. And many times you dwell on that safety net. You dwell on um, what's going to hold me together, what's going to hold me in a safety net instead of me breaking through. And, when you, I forget what they call it, when you strip the greenery away, then there's another layer of protection. There's the silky energy or substance that's on the corn before you can actually get in there and get to the meat of what's inside of the corn. So as you decide that you're ready to come out of the cocoon, then you're going to dispel all of that protective outer layer and let that go. But then there's more, right? It's not just all of a sudden you're there and you're grown, you're ready to come out of that shell. Just like with the butterflies, that the caterpillars that come out of the cocoon, they come out as a butterfly, but they're not ready. The moment they come out of the cocoon, they're not ready to just take off and go out into the world. They have to allow time to fill their veins with the nutrition. They have to dry themselves before they're able to even fly, because it's such a heaviness when they come out of that cocoon state. So just like an ear of corn, when it's stripped of the outer layer, there's still a process that has to go through. You have to remove all of that silky inner lining, and then it has to be cooked, right? So it's not just a matter of one thing that needs to be done. It's a whole process that's involved with it. So what we're showing you is that even when you start changing and shifting and removing the outer layer, there's still more to process. It's not going to be raw as soon as you open it up. There's still protection. There's still things in place that will hold your energy in a place for you to really work to get to the meat of it. So we hope that this is resonating with you, that you understand it, and just keep allowing the layers to fall off, so that when it's like the butterfly that's ready, you'll be ready, and it'll be a deliciousness that happens as you open up that corn. So yeah, that's a great message, I think, for all of us too, to know that when we step out of our comfort zone, we still have protection. We're not so vulnerable that we're going to fall on our face as soon as we do something that's out of the ordinary for us. So, okay. So that was a message for Linda, and so happy that you were here with us today. We're going to Donna, and let's see what they want you to know today, Donna. Okay. I asked a couple of times because I was getting something strange, but It's a convertible. It's a convertible car or Jeep. It didn't look like a sports car. It was more stable than that. So it could be a Jeep with the convertible top. Anyway, let's see what they want to share as your message. And Linda, you said you get it. It's exactly true. Awesome. Hi, Lynn. Glad that you're here. Okay, so what does Donna need to know with this item and with this message? Donna, your message is about freedom. As you are moving along in life, it's the vehicle that you are in has a rhythm to it. It has a stability, and many times there's the feeling that it's limited, that you're closed in, that you're not getting the full benefit of the air that can come in, the fresh air. Even if you roll the windows down, there's still the feeling of being limited, that you can only go up so far. And so we're showing you this particular item to let you know that you have the ability to rise high, that there's nothing holding you back at this point in your life, that as you look at possibilities and you look at potential, you can see the sun, you can see the stars, and you can see that there's more than just what you experience sitting inside that vehicle. And we're talking now metaphorically about your spirit being that's inhabiting a physical body. And so many times there's the tendency to put it in a shell, to say it can only do so much, it can only experience a certain amount before it's going to hit the ceiling and can no longer go higher in frequency or vibration. So we're putting you into a new vessel, into a new vehicle that doesn't have the top down. You can put the top down at any given moment. You can say, okay, that's high enough. I don't want to go any higher right now, and I'll experience more later, which is an option. But for right now, I just want to close off where I'm at. So we encourage you to want to have more, to want to experience, to want to open that top and stand up and rise up, because you're at a point now in your growth that you're ready. Many times in the past, there's been the need to have the top down, up, to have that top covering so that you don't let all of the goodness in. You don't let all that fresh air and the room to grow. You now have room to grow. And we encourage you to look at how you can grow more in each moment as you allow yourself to rise above what was limiting you before, and to know that you don't have to be limited, but you're ready. You're ready to receive. You're ready to have more of those beautiful experiences in life that are going to lead you more towards your path that you're here for, and the things that you want to learn from and grow from in life. So we'll leave you with that and hope that that makes sense. And I don't know if you want to have the top down out in Colorado right now. I don't know how cold it is, but metaphorically, let your top down and really grow with the energy. Hi, Susie Koff. Thank you for coming in. All right, so we're up to Annie and then Brookie, and that will be it for messages for today. but everyone gets messages from whoever is getting one. They're for all of us. And I think some of them are just really so profound today that we need to hear this. We need to hear what the angels have to share with us. All right, so Annie, what do they have for you? Well, I know that you're in Louisiana, and I'm pretty sure what they're showing me, and I'm hoping that I'm saying it right, is a beignet. Is that how you say it? The gooey, delicious thing that they offered there in Louisiana, and especially in New Orleans. So why are they showing you this particular thing? And hi, Max. So happy that Ricky and Maxwell are with us. All right, so Annie, we're showing you this particular item as opposed to just another pastry or another type of sweetness. We're showing you this one because it is unique, and it's something that is it's something that is unique to the area that you live in. And when people hear the name or think about that item, they think about the place where you live. So where in your life do you have that same thing for you that is home, that is familiar, that is unique? For when you are experiencing things, you know that there is that thing that is mine, right? That's unique, that this represents Annie, just like the beignets represent Louisiana. So where in your life can you have that familiarity, that comfort, that you know that when that comes up, it's like a touchstone. And that's what we're guiding you to, is having that touchstone, that one thing that when you think of it, you say it, you see it, that's you, that's in here, and it's yours, it's unique to you. So we're asking you to look inside more deeply, to do some really deep thinking, deep feeling, deep meditation, and finding that place in you that is yours alone, is only yours. And as you go through experiences, as you go through the trials and the tribulations and everything that you're encountering, how can you come back to that touchstone? How can you come back to that one thing that's you, and then relax in that energy of it? Have it as, that's where I'm going to go when I get upset. That's where I'm going to go when I start getting fearful, when I start thinking along the line of something's not right or something's out of whack in my life. How can I get back to that safety zone? So this is the safety zone inside of you. It's your touchstone. And we're encouraging you to find that inside of yourself. Just like if we wanted a beignet, we'd go to Louisiana. If you want safety and peace and happiness and joy, where do you go inside of you? So we're asking you to really look at that and shine a light on it and bring it forth. And I think that's a message we all can learn from and grow from as well. For each of us, where is that inside of you? Where's that place? All right. So Brookie, for the last message, let's go to you and ask the angels, what is it for Brooke that she needs to hear right now? Brooke, they're showing me a bridge. Bridges are so interesting. This one is very unique. It's intricate. It has a lot of parts to it, but the bridge itself is solid. It's something that you can walk on, you can drive on. So what is it about this item that they're showing you, Brookie? Brooke, we'd like you to think about a bridge's purpose. Why is there a bridge? Normally, the bridge goes to two different places and connects them. We are showing you this bridge because it has many different aspects to it, because it doesn't just connect two places or two things, but it connects many. So your bridge is one that is utilized to reach different people, to reach different experiences. Some bridges are just for walking. They're people bridge where you walk across. And so many times as you're walking, you're seeing the connection along the way. But there's also an end point. As you get off the bridge, there's going to be an experience. So with each bridge that you cross, it's another experience. Sometimes it's repeated. You go across the same bridge and experience the same situation. But then there are times when you're like, no, I think I'm going to take this bridge over here. In some cities, you have so many options with different bridges crossing over water or a gorge or whatever it might be. So you can take another bridge. You don't have to take the same one over and over again. And we're asking you to look at, what bridge do I keep repeating and going across and ending up at the same location? Can I take a different bridge? Can I expand out my energy where I can look at a different way to get across a challenge, to get across something that might be dangerous or treacherous as I go through my experiences? How can I maybe even just build a bridge that will get me from point A to point B without being gobbled up by alligators or whatever is envisioned in that part that's under the bridge? So it's looking not just at connecting, it's the means of connecting, the sometimes brilliant way that you can find a different avenue. You can create your own way to make it across. And so these are the things that we're encouraging you right now to look at. How can you be more creative in finding your way and finding where you want to end up, and what's the process for getting there? Is something already in place that you can just travel across, or do you need to lay down the framework for you to walk across or drive across? So we're just asking you to look at creativity and how you can build something from what seemingly is nothing there. And you have the ability to do this. You have the talent to do this. All that you need to add in is the desire and the confidence and knowing that you can do it. So We'll leave you with that message and hope that it resonates with you. And maybe Maxwell can build a Lego bridge while you're building the bridges that are going to connect along the way. So we will leave and end with that message. And anyone who did not get a special message just for you, just know that there are messages within each one of these that if you sit with it, you're going to find how it resonates in your own life as well. So let's go into our prayer time. And Lynn, I'm sorry that you didn't get the notification. I know you're usually the first one in here. And so there was a reason for you to be here to hear these other messages that came through. And I think they were very pertinent for all of us to hear today. All right. So any prayers that you would like to share with us, please keep my sister Billy and her daughter Paula in your prayers. We have a lot of P's that are going through really tough times right now. And let's keep them lifted up for whatever's needed. If it's a physical healing that's needed, spiritual, mental, emotional. And let's keep our Annie in our prayers for a good result from the testing that she had done and what's coming forward with her. And Don, who was with us, and his daughter Gia, praying for that situation, for Joanne, her grandson Eris, that just had the tonsil surgery, and thank you all for praying for him. And she shares that he's doing well after that surgery. So they still need our prayers, lifting up Joanne and her entire family. I didn't get an update on how her husband's doing. I know he had the flu really bad last week, so let's lift him up still. Oh, Brookie. I know it feels weird not to have a morning time to check in, but this is what the angels said, that I needed that break once a week, and I'm grateful for it. Grateful to be able to sleep in. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's first give gratitude. Thank you, angels, for the messages you brought today. Thank you for those you brought in to be together to experience the messages. Help us all to come to the water when we need that drink, when our soul is thirsty and we need to be reminded of our worth, our worthiness, our gifts that we have, and the fact that we're all equal. No one is less equal or is less or more than any other. We're all on the same playing field. So thank you for the messages brought that speak to all of us. Thank you, God, for hearing our prayers. We lift up all of those that we pray for on a daily basis. We lift up those who are struggling. We ask for peace in our world, peace in our hearts, peace in our homes. We ask for an end to suffering for any that are touched by human trafficking, by addiction in any form, dementia, anything that takes us out of that space where we can keep moving forward in a really good way. We ask for intervention. We ask for miracles to show up in our lives. And we bring all of our prayers to the Creator, up, up, up to that great central sun, where we can just leave them there, knowing that they are safe, they are seen, and they are answered for the best and highest good of all. We thank you, God, and so appreciate everything that we receive. And we all say, Amen. And time for Leo. And I still haven't heard the new music. I'm hoping to hear it next week when I get down into Florida. And I hear there's a song we're going to be happy to hear with Leo, and Brookie. So I'm very excited to get to hear that song. I'm hoping Leo will play it for me when I get. I'm going to be doing some healing for her later on. Thank you for that. And yes, we hold Colin very high. Yes, Kathy, I'm sure they will. Thank you, Andrea. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Nikki, I love you. Lynn, I hope so. I hope I'm going to have time to get together with all of you when I come down here. I need to stay here for now, be with Billy, but I will be down there. Joy. I hope you got your cup filled with joy today. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees in the pod. Bees in the pod, that's us. I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Love you. All right. Accept the line allow. There really is no secrets. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all. Full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees in the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Cup of joy, cup of full of joy. Ooh, with love and peace and gratitude. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Mahalo, as they say in Hawaii, and aloha. I will see you tomorrow on the Morning Cuppa. Bye for now. Have a great rest of your day.